Hello, my name's Elise Elliott and this is Unit 2 of how to make stuff out of some rudimentary materials, and I have a bow saw and a bill hook which I'll be demonstrating to you how to use safely and how to make a mallet. So I've got my green wood. This is the term we use for wood that's still wet, and I believe this is a piece of poplar wood from a tree in a nearby woodland that had already been cut down, so I took the opportunity to repurpose that rather than take anything that was maybe had creatures in it or that would be directly off the tree. It's quite heavy, so it's going to make a good mallet. It is quite a soft wood, even though it's referred to as a hardwood. The bark's quite thick, but it's got quite a smooth bark, which would be good for the handle. And off we go. So, first of all, you need a good chopping block, wood block. And we're going to be using our bow saw, so safely remove the cover. This bit always gets me, this cover. So it's already chopped to the kind of size that I already want it actually, which is handy. So pop, put that somewhere, safely out the way. So I think I'm going to be using the part with the most bark still intact, and I'm going to want it about, I don't think I'm going to cut it again. So I'm going to maybe do about here, and I'm going to cut about 1 centimetre in all the way round. So I'm going to put my safety glove on, and I'll be putting it the other side to stop the blade from bouncing and cutting my hand. Then it will hit the blade will hit the bottom of my wrist, rather than the cutting edge hitting my hand. So off we go. So you try and use the full length of the blade when you're using a bow saw. You can use a bow saw with a partner if you have one. Sometimes it can make it a bit easier, also to keep the wood that you're cutting in place. And then I've just turned it to continue the cut all the way around the circumference of the wood. And you can see how soft the wood is as it comes off the sawdust. It's very feathery. So once you see that you've got nearly a blade depth in, just turn it and continue. And obviously you want to make sure your wood is going to be thicker than 2 centimetres, which is about roughly the size of the cut all the way around. Oh, so we're getting a bit. So when that happens, you just take it to the beginning. Oh, it's bending slightly. because we've got this bit of bark here, right, and I can see I've not done it quite right, so just got to level that off a bit. Just changing position because my back starts to hurt. Right, this is actually my second attempt, and I'll try to do this with the other end of the poplar woods, but I didn't get very far. Well, I did get far, but I had a big problem, which was that there was a big branch sticking out the other side, and despite sawing it off, it changed the grain of the wood, and it was very resistant to being cut, so I had all sorts of problems. Very disappointed about that, but you live and learn. Oh. Okay, so put my cover back on. I've finished cutting it all the way around. And just pop that back in and put my bow saw in the designated safety area. I'm just going to show you up close what that looks like. So you've got that going all the way round. And stay tuned for part 2.